Nightmare. Yes, it's exactly the type of person I want to be fighting off against, called a nightmare.
It does sound kind of intimidating.
It does. It really does. And I don't know what to expect from it, but yeah. It'd be fun.
I mean, that is the hope.
Oh, they're finally on the third lap. Okay. So we good. Should be able to jump into the next race. And remember, it's a warm-up match, so that means that the warm-up match is officially not counted. That's just how it works. We all know how this is why we work. This is how it works in video games. Yet, have to accept it.
I mean, every race can't be a warm-up match, man. I'm just saying.
No. The first race of the stream is a warm-up match. That's common knowledge
What
right
about
there.
the second, third, and fourth, where you just keep saying, "Oh, nope, still warm-up match."
No. If we lose those, we take those losses with a badge of honor and we move on and we try to improve. All we can do.
I feel like that's not something that happens. Like, just keep calling them warm-up matches.
Well, I guess that's what you have to do then. So, ooh, this is
No, it's you. It's you. Don't blame me now.
I think that's all you, man.
No. Rando.
It is a rando. Oh, you are in here. Good. Okay, I was just like, crap, did Lemon get in here?
Yep. I are here.
Lemon. You left behind Lemon. Oh god, there's like this dude in sunglasses and a beanie, and he's coming over. It looks like he's trying to pick a fight with me. Like, what you talking about?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Alrighty. Aw, you went above your 6666 that you had a while ago.
Life's not fair.
It isn't. All right, like we said, folks, warm-up match right here, okay? Warm-up match. Although if we do win here, then I won't deny a win. I'm not going to deny a win or anything.
See, you're already changing the rules. Haven't you got their first lap yet, and you're already changing the rules on us.
I haven't changed anything. I'm simply just saying this is the warm-up match. It's the first official only warm-up match of the entire stream. But if we do get a win, then hey, I'm going to accept the win. That's going to be awesome.
Cop out.
I mean, I'm in second place right now, so I can definitely take a second place. I don't mind that.
Hey, you should know good and well that is not gonna stay.
No, I know. Oh, I actually got that guy. What a throw. Let's go. I'll take first place for a bit, even though I know I'm going to get slammed by like 5 shells now.
Karma's a bitch like that.
It is. It always is. Yep, here comes my blue shell.
Yep.
Blue shell, buddy. How's it going? It's been a while. At least I'm like right next to a boost pad, so that kind of makes up for it.
How far away is second?
Well, I'm in second right now, and I got hit with a shell right as I was jumping off. Oh, shit. There's just so many people in here. Ah! Stay away. No. Peach? No, you don't get third. First place is going to skate by because everyone's going to be trying to get it from me at second. All right.
Yep.
Ooh, I got the red shell off, so maybe I can hit him. Yes, got him. Okay, come on. Come on. I don't like the... Oh, nope, definitely this side. Okay, double items. I'm in third place. 2 people in front of me. Let's go. Come on. No, that's gonna be a third place for me.
I can't
No,
even
I got
get
hit by a shell. I got fourth. Okay, it's not terrible. Not terrible. All right.
the whole game. I just
Hey,
get passed
General,
over.
how's it going? How is it going? That was, God. If that ain't a Mario moment right there, that's not a Mario Kart moment, I don't know what is. Just flipping at the last second. Last second, it always happens. But General, I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're having a great either Sunday or Monday, depending where you are in the world. And hope the summer's not too crazy for you. DK Mountain. Oh, someone left.
Quitter.
Come on, people. More DK Mountains. The more DK Mountains, the better. The more DK Mountains, the better. It's great, as in you're having a good day. That's good. Awesome. Always good to hear that. It's always good to start off. Well, unless, like I said, unless it's Sunday night, and then unfortunately you have to go to work tomorrow. That's never the greatest thing, unfortunately. So.
DK Mountains. Oh. It's the wiggle
Are you
one.
kidding me right now? Are you freaking kidding me right now?
No. No.
That hurts.
No. The tribe has spoken. We're going to
Maple?
this fall place
Like Maple
the
Tree or
giant shy
something like
guys.
that.
where the toad's bigger than I am. It's a scary place.
Is this like Scary Dreamland or something? Because Toad should not be that big.
That's kind of wrong. It's like the giant level in
Don't
Mario
maple leaves
64.
generally signalize fall? Yeah,
Yep.
it's summer right now, so
I mean, what would you prefer it be? Thick
Fall.
green you can't see through?
no, I'd rather it be fall right now because I want it to be fall in real life.
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh, it should. I work 9 to 4 job, and well, it's not bad. I mean, yeah, I mean that's a pretty decent work-life balance right there. I would say 9 to 4. That's about what I work. Get home around 5:30 ish or so. That's always pretty nice. Of course, Lemon here gets to work from home, so I mean he's kind of got the best of both worlds.
Yep. Except for the fact that I work a number of hours more than that.
Yeah, you do. But again, you don't have the commute or anything, so.
No, instead I just have to work later. Which I guess.
Oh yeah, how did
during
working
commuting.
on Sunday go the last weekend?
Nothing happened.
Oh, so nothing had to. Okay.
Yeah, it literally nothing happened. They're like, "Hey, you need to be on call." I'm like, "Okay." And turn laptop on, nothing.
Nothing.
Didn't. No messages, nothing. So I just kind of slowly,
Played games.
slinked into the background. Don't notice me. I'm not here.
Well, at least you don't have to deal with like over 100-degree weather or AKA 38 degrees Celsius because that is never fun.
Well, I just chose a place to live where that kind of crap doesn't happen.
Well, you know what? Like 10 years ago, it wasn't this bad. So
That's what they all say.
it's true. Hey, General, thank you so much for the sub to the channel. Much appreciated. I hope you get to check out the other content on the channel. We got tons of live stream stuff, discussions, guides, reviews, you name it. Hope you check out the content and hope you enjoy. And obviously join us more on our live streams here. Blue Shell!
Really?
Are you in first?
The first time I get anywhere, this is how I get treated. I'm not slapping about.
That's funny. Oh, that's way too funny. Lemon finally gets in the first place, and then I
That's how you
need
treated.
like a good item here. Bullet bill? Yeah, mushrooms. Okay. Well, this definitely feels like my warm-up match.
No, see, this is what I'm telling you. You're moving the goalposts.
I said it feels like it. I accept my 10th place. I accept it 100%, and I know that's the case. I'm just saying it felt like my warm-up match right there. So, I had to say it. Okay? General's got my back. General's got my back. Lemon just sitting here going, oh, God, this guy. I kind of like Yoshi's Island, actually. It's not a bad map.
Not choosing random. Disgusting.
Oh, so we'll talk about the topics in the title later, guys. But Lemon, I did want to ask you, what game, aside from obviously playing Mario Kart right now, are you currently playing right now? I know you've been going in hard this year with tons of JRPGs. Are you taking a break from those, or are you still sticking around with Elden Ring? What are you playing right now? Let the folks at home know.
Does Elden Ring count as JRPG?
Not really, no.
RPG made in Japan.
It technically is, but no, I wouldn't personally classify it as a JRPG.
Then I'm taking a break because I'm playing Elden Ring. Haven't even got to the DLC yet. Just trying to
remember the controls.
Video Game Plus. Well, no, I got that down. No, I'm just doing all the stuff I didn't do the first, time through. Get my talismans. I have to go figure out a good build. Take through DLC. I might rip off little Bobby's build.
It's been working well. The only thing was, I think the final boss is the only thing that he
cheesed it.
Yeah, and then funny enough, right after he did that and he got the recording done, they nerfed it into oblivion.
They nerfed the boss?
No, they nerfed the build.
The cheese build?
Yeah.
No. Well, I think they nerfed. So I had a cheese build for the base game. They nerfed that because it's like nowhere near as powerful, I feel like, as it used to be. Like, I used to be able to just take bosses down.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of the cheese build doing that, now it's just the mimic tier. The mimic tier does work.
Also, mimic does do work. Yeah.
It doesn't do work against dragons because the poor guy just can't run fast enough. He just work on his cardio.
Oh, fireballs, really? TS or Team Money, whatever you want to call yourself.
Tough shit.
Enjoy your red shell.
After that, though, after I finish Elden Ring, I don't know what I'm going to play. Maybe SMT5?
That's an option. I thought you were trying to get into Tekken, though, weren't you?
Yeah, that fell out of that pretty quickly, didn't I?
Yeah, didn't you? You should definitely get that a try.
Yeah, that's another idea.
But yeah, SM5 could be another good game. I don't really think there's much in July really happening. Oh, wow. Okay. Just get bumped by the lightning midair. But I know August has a couple of good games coming out.
Yeah, that's when it's starting to pick up.
Oh yeah, I mean July is generally always kind of a, low month, which is pretty normal.
Isn't Star Wars out in August?
Yep, Star Wars is out in August. Black Myth Wukong is out in August. And then like 2 days after September starts, the Astro Bot game is out. I think what else? I know there's some other game coming out in the kind of like late August, early September. Oh, no, that's November. And then I believe we've got games like Indiana. Oh, Indiana Jones might be coming out in August, or maybe that's September. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. They haven't actually given us an exact release date on that.
Not even a month?
No, that's the strange thing. Not even a month. Lemon beats me.
Maybe not. Never mind. Second place.
7th. Jeez, I got hit by a bomb right as we got to the end of the little floaty glide down area. I was like, no.
Well, it's because like everyone and their brother was all getting hit by shells like the last drag.
Yeah. In Mario Kart? No way. I never would have expected that.
It's pretty brutal, man.
There was one time I went over to Thailand. Oh, you went to Thailand? Nice. I'm actually going there in 2 weeks for the old honeymoon. So, where in Thailand did you go? Did you go to like the main city of like Bangkok, or did you go down like south, or where'd you head over to, General? Thailand's a pretty nice place. I like it actually. Thailand's pretty nice. Which, speaking of which, Lemon, you need to get your butt out here again. Visit.
I do.
I mean, you have your passport. You have no excuse.
That's what I was talking about today, the fam, and I was just saying how miserable plane rides are. It's like I go up there and they don't give me enough water, but for some reason they love giving me booze. And I always have like a perpetual headache. I'm not sure if it's like just sinuses or what, but just the moment we get up to altitude, my head is killing me. Not
Well,
like killing.
Take some Dayquil and sleep through the thing then.
You mean NyQuil?
I believe there's also Dayquil, but yeah.
Dayquil, you're not sleeping when you take Dayquil. I'm pretty sure there's caffeine in it or something.
Oh, is there?
Like it's designed so you do not fall asleep.
Oh, okay. We'll take the NyQuil then.
I know this for a fact because I accidentally one time took Dayquil when I wanted to take NyQuil, and I didn't sleep a wink. it was a good time. Let me tell you.
Damn. AT? Oh, okay. Very nice. Yeah. How long did you go there for? Like a week, General? But yeah, no, you definitely got to get your butt out here, Lim. So, but just make sure you take ANA or Japan Airlines, and you're good to go.
As opposed to
American Airlines, Delta, Air Canada.
For the Canadians.
No, Air Canada is bad. Don't take them.
Poor Canada. It's their pride and joy.
Well, you know, their airlines are not exactly as like the other good ones. And I can testify that because both my dad and my wife have both taken Air Canada, and they both did not like it. So, although I think one of them was more for just because they have terrible customer service. So,
I feel like most airlines just generally have customer service, bad customer service, just like a default. Like everyone gets on
Japan Airlines
Spirits.
and ANA. I've never had any problems with them.
Yet. Give it time.
7 years so far, not a wink, not anything bad so far.
Motherfucker. Man, really, you guys are gonna keep hitting me every step of the goddamn way?
Hey, Trigger, you need to not throw your bananas at me. 2 days? Nice. Imagine Air Canada planes were made out of maple syrup.
I would hope not.
I would hope not. I don't think maple syrup can really reach that kind of altitude, but you never know. You know, I could be wrong.
Oh, I mean, it's pretty cold up there.
That's true. That's true.
It'd probably harden up.
Oh my god, I got first? What? Oh wow! Online Mario Kart, I got first place. Woof! And not using any kind of the meta builds or anything.
Every time we're using the DLC cart.
Lemon with the DLC cart. There's no such thing as a DLC cart because guess what? The carts don't make a difference in terms of this one. Besides, this isn't even the meta build. This isn't even the meta one. No one uses this card except for me.
DLC cart.
Chat, can you explain to Lemon, please? I feel like I've explained this 10 billion times and he never gets it still. Please, someone explain it.
Use the DLC cart. It's not my fault.
Back in 2022, went to Saudi Arabia. Wow, how was that? I've heard interesting things about Saudi Arabia. I can't speak on it too much, but it was great. Nice. All right. Very cool. Yeah, going to Thailand for the honeymoon. Next place I want to go, that's not simply going back to the States to see family and friends. I think I would love to go to Sweden if possible. I'd actually love to go to Sweden. Just unfortunately, flying there right now is not exactly easy because you got to like go down to like Dubai and other areas like that and then go up, which just makes your plane ride like over a day long instead of simply flying over, you know, the usual route. But there's some things going on over there right now.
Just a couple things. God damn it.
Oh, that hit you. Was that you that I hit?
I thought someone hit me from behind.
Oh, right. You're PD Piranha, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I did hit you then.
Bag of dicks. Why would you do that?
Hey, you got in the way of my red shell and just so happened to hit you.
You consider not hitting me?
You consider not getting in the way of my red shell?
It's not my fault. It's you pretty much hit me. You chose to hit me. I'm just minding my own business.
Don't look at me. The red shell had it out for you, so.
No, you could have not thrown it.
But that's the whole point of having the red shell. Throw it.
Oh, you could have waited.
Technically, I did wait.
You could have waited until after it wouldn't have hit me.
I stopped seeing star icons behind me. Jeez, and fireballs galore. Oh, God. Ammunition Williams.
It's gonna be a bit better than just a single mushroom game. Come on now.
Pick it up, game. You paying your insurance? Your Mario Kart insurance? Ow.
I am. But just like real insurance is really holding out on me. God damn, I really could use
Lightning,
that.
really? Well, I guess 6th place, I guess. Sure.
Eh.
For my next trip, I want to go to Germany. I've heard Germany's really nice. I definitely want to go to Germany sometime. Definitely want to go there. I've heard nothing but great things about Germany. One of my students is going to go to Germany for their graduation trip.
Ooh, fancy. Germany kind of cool.
I know my sister and my mom went there, I think. I don't know if my dad's been there yet. They both had nothing but great things to say about it. But definitely looking like a good thing.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind going on the Autobahn, the Nürburgring.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would definitely be cool. Nah, 2.0.
What happened to not 1.0?
Probably got banned. Might have said some not so nice things on the old interwebs.
Nah. I don't think so.
I mean, it is Nintendo, so.
How would they know? You can't even do voice chat on a Switch.
Who knows? Maybe the 1.0 version had a word spelled out the correct way. But it's not exactly the nicest way to say things. I hope I win, General. I hope I win too, General. I gotta get another first place.
You don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you don't.
Nah, 2.0 right in front of me. Let's go. Mario, get off my ass. And Lemon, I don't even want to think about it.
How about you get that banana out of here, huh?
How about I not?
Drop
And you
it.
just stay off my ass.
Just drop it. Just drop the
Second
banana.
place. Second place. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Oh, baby Mario, you freaking piece of...
Karma's a bitch, isn't it?
I almost hit that person with the banana. All right, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab an item box here. And we're going to send that way far ahead and see if it hits anybody. Probably not. Bye-bye. Lay it right down in here. Perfect. Okay. 6th place, 3rd lap. We've come back from worse. Oh, come on. Seriously? Okay, I'm not coming back from that now because I got hit by a freaking red shell on the ramp and pushed me out of bounds. Unless you give me like 2 ammunition Williams right now. Star and a blue shell is okay, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for.
God damn it.
Bye-bye. All right, I consider it a victory because I beat Lemon. So
that was an unwarranted, unearned victory.
Like 5th, why not?
That was unearned. You cheated.
I hope you get first place. Don't trust the other guy. Exactly. We don't trust Lemon in these parks. We don't trust Lemon at all.
Why don't you trust me? I'm super trustworthy.
Oh, yeah.
Random.
Yeah, it's definitely this is definitely a random one right here. General, no, you're not. General's on my side. Let's go.
It's unearned.
It's unearned. Someone sounds a little salty there, Lemon. Just gonna say.
I'm not salty. You're salty.
I'm not salty. He is not trustworthy. General got my back. Let's go.
No, I'm super
Infamous
trustworthy.
LP. Okay, Ross, Mr. Vincent Day? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Probably not. All right. So again, lifetime long goals here. We simply beat Lemon. We're all good to go. Okay.
Even that DLC card needs to cool it on.
He's not salty. The other guy's salty. Exactly. Woo, let's go.
Ow.
Okay, a lot of shells around here. Not liking it very much.
Ow.
Yeah, Dry Bones, you want to throw that red shell in front of you, not behind you? That'd be really nice. Which I don't. I mean, unless you're in first, I can't see why you throw a red shell behind you.
Now we need to get that mythical purple shell, man.
Yeah, right.
It home's behind you. God damn it.
Jeez, I'm in 12th right now.
It sucks to suck, man.
Aren't you the guy in 10th right now?
11th, thanks very much.
Golden mushroom, which does nothing. Star and a single mushroom. This will be good. Oh, I missed the item. It's a daisy. No. It's gonna be close. No, the bullet bill coming in.
Oh,
Okay.
if it was like just a little bit more room, I would have passed it. All right, gonna get some more water. Hopefully I can get some before it comes back.
Go, 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 go. Actually, I'll do that myself. I'll get some water. That's actually not a bad idea.
Right back. Plenty of time.
Wario, let's go.
There's a bit of a chance.
Let's go. Best map in the game. Let's go.
No, it's not. Best? Come on.
Yeah, dude, come on. It's intense near the end. The music and everything. I love it. Absolutely my favorite map. DK Mountain would be my favorite, but there's no double dash mode, so unfortunately it doesn't make it.
Why isn't he a double dash mode for DK Mountain?
Because DK Mountain is literally from double dash.
Yeah, but that doesn't make the track any worse.
No, but it makes me want a double dash mode, and so I can't, out of nostalgia, give it first place.
Well, it seems like a pretty weak reason.
It is. It is. Hence why I said
DK
nostalgia.
Mountain just doing its best out here, and you're just judging on things it has no control over. It's not very nice. And DK Mountain has feelings too.
Ah, crap. That's not what I wanted. I am not doing very good this race. I'm still in 11th. This is not good.
Ouch.
12th. God damn, I gotta pick it up here.
Going the wrong way, man.
I am. Wrong way, let's go!
I'm about to say, there's only one direction to go now. Up.
Up. There's only one place left to go, and that's up. I can get something higher than 10th, General. Don't you worry. I can get above 10th, hopefully.
Thanks, Blooper. Okay.
Fireballs are not nice. Okay, last double items. Let's go. Bullet bill. Full green shell. Okay, did not expect that. Oh, fireballs. No, the fireballs. Well, I got better than 10th. I got 9th.
Oh man, it's your favorite track and I beat you.
Oh god, the items were not in my favor for that race. They were not
man,
in my favor at all. I'm slipping after that one. Not bad, jeez, General. That's a random right there. I need a. God, if it was later in the day, I'd be like, I need a drink. Don't think it's 5 p.m. anywhere in the world right now.
It's 5 p.m. somewhere.
Well, it's 1 p.m. here in Japan on Monday, and the furthest ahead of me I know of would be New Zealand. I think it's 3:17 right now in the afternoon. So no, I don't think there's any place that's currently 5 p.m. 12 p.m. Okay, so you're one hour behind us, or behind me, I should say. So wait, where would that put you? Like South Korea? Is that where it put you, General? I'm trying to think of a world map. An hour behind Japan. Taiwan, maybe? South Korea? I don't actually know. Malaysia. Okay. All right. Nice. Right on. You lived in Malaysia your entire life? Malaysia is definitely on my list of places I want to go and visit. I'll redeem myself. Get hit by a red shell. Jackasses. Let's go. Ow. Stupid bat. I see the PD Piranha. I've got him in my sights. Let loose the ammunition.
My rightful position is in front of you. Just accept it.
Not right now. It's not.
Just because it's not true right now does not make it not rightful. You are a pretender on the throne. Dick.
Can't get in front of me. Get back in your lower spot.
Know your place, scum.
I do know my
me.
place in front of you.
No, that's not it. That's how I know you're wrong.
Wow,
Because that's wrong.
what was that trajectory? My gosh.
Fucker, come on. Why are you still hitting me at shells in 10th, game?
All right, can I get an ammunition, Williams? Nope, I can get a couple of mushrooms though. Oh, it's still. Oh, I thought it was the third lap for a second. Okay, never mind. This is the final lap.
Oh,
Oh, Diddy Kong, you motherfucker! No, he hit me with the... Jeez. Diddy Kong hits me with the piranha plant, knocks me off the edge, and I get lightninged. Okay, game. Just tell me you hate. Just tell me you hate me. Tell me you hate me, and we'll move on. Okay. Bullet bill, let's go. Got me one last item. That was a short ass bullet bill. Damn. Oh my god.
God fucking damn it.
Jeez.
God, Jesus Christ, man.
Go to KLCC. It's beautiful. All right. Definitely noted. Definitely noted. Food is good too. Right on, dude. Hey, good food. I'm all there for the good food. I'm all for the good food there.
Good food's pretty good.
It is. All right. We're not... Lemon, let's just both agree to not talk about that race because that was just chaos in a bottle.
Wasn't fair. It was cheating.
It wasn't fair. It was cheating. We're going to scratch it from memory. It's never happened. Nobody clip it. Nothing. All right, why don't we do 2 or 3 more races, and then we'll start doing the conversation topics.
Right, Capitan.
What do you want to do first? You want to do Wukong, or do you want to do Helldivers? What sounds more interesting to you? What do you have more thoughts on?
I don't know. I feel like the Helldivers one, it kind of writes itself. I mean, it's a flash in the pan kind of thing. Wukong might be a bit more interesting just because everyone keeps calling it Souls-like, and I don't know why they're calling it that. So, whichever sounds
when the
spicier to
developers
you.
themselves have come out and said it's not a Souls-like.
Yeah, it just doesn't strike me as a Souls-like game. As far as I'm aware, there's not even an endurance bar or a fatigue bar.
Nothing like that. Then again, I haven't really seen any of the menu like bars or anything like that.
I'm trying to think, the game's a Souls-like if it just doesn't look like Devil May Cry.
Yeah. The action's
Isn't
not
combo
fast.
system they don't want.
Yeah, there's no combo system, so guess what? It's automatically a Souls game.
Yeah.
You got a PS4 at home? Very nice. What do you play over on the old PS4? Oh, I took that drift too slow. Or too hard. Oh, lightning. That'll stop both of us. Okay.
That's helpful. Oh, wait, no, it's not helpful.
What, did you hit the lightning?
No. Well, get hit by the lightning.
Oh, well, yeah, everyone did.
Except for one person who didn't.
Well, the person who used it, who most likely was in last, so.
They are mean people is what they are.
That they are. Can't see. I'm blind. Well, I have to hope that no one gets a red shell because I got a coin. Nope, there's the red shell. Yep. And Baby Mario and everyone else and their mother passes me. That is absolute BS.
As it should be.
I was in second and first the entire race, and I get 7th.
Yes.
I don't want to hear from you, Lemon.
This feels right.
It does not feel right. This is an alternate universe. That's just absolutely terrible.
Everything is as it should be.
This is one of the worlds dying in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So luckily, we're okay.
No. This is the one true timeline.
The one true timeline. This is Final Fantasy 20.
The one where each game's actually tied to the previous one. They're actually sequential.
I'd have some major questions about some of the technology in some of these Final Fantasy games then. Although I will say, after the original Final Fantasy VII, if you had told me that Final Fantasy VIII was set after that, but like 1,000 years in the future, I'd actually believe you because of what happens at the end of the original Final Fantasy VII. I'd actually believe you on that one. But we all know that each numbered Final Fantasy game mainline is its own separate world and everything, unless stated otherwise. Currently eating Tootsie Rolls, dude. I haven't had Tootsie Rolls in ages. Oh, wow.
I've never been much of a Tootsie Roll guy. They're all right.
They're all right. I mean, they're not the best candy or anything, but you know
I think
what?
the flavored ones are better. The flavored Tootsie Rolls.
I don't think I've actually had any flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Like the lemon one or the vanilla one. They're really hard to find. Like,
Well,
they
they
definitely
were definitely more popular back when we were kids. Not so much now, though.
Well, I don't think they were ever that popular. It's just, you can really only get a lot of that just in that kids play or child's play, whatever you call those bags.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Halloween size, fun size Halloween bag.
Jerk. Oh, you're a jerk. Clever way to say you're a jerk. I approve.
Got him. Ow.
Aw, Boo stole my 3 bananas. Whoever got those 3 bananas enjoys them. Ow.
They're getting all the potassium they could ever want.
Yeah, that they are. Yeah, I really wish the piranha plant could reach behind you if like a red shell is coming. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think that'd be really OP.
I don't care. I think it'd be pretty cool. At least only for me. If it's not for me, then I don't care.
Shocking. I'm shocked that you would say such a thing.
I know, right? A person wants something to work only for them.
Yeah, it seems kind of, one-sided, but okay.
Like every online game ever imaginable. God, my cable got stuck on my controller. I'm like, why am I not going left? My cable got stuck on there. God. There we go. Okay, 9th place. We can do this, right?
Oh, that's rough.
General, the last time I had a Tootsie Roll, I think I was in high school, which was like 12 plus years ago.
Really?
I think that was the last time I had one. Maybe I had one in college. I'm just not sure, though.
3rd.
7th. Ugh. Well, you don't get Tootsie Rolls and stuff like that out here in Japan, so I'm not really surprised.
I'm kind of shocked by that, though.
I mean, unless they went to one of the few like international candy stores around here, maybe they've got them. I just don't know.
Like, there's so many different types of Kit Kats.
Oh yeah, don't you remember the Kit Kat?
I
All
know,
the Kit Kats you get out here?
why Kit Kat? Why not Tootsie Roll? Like,
Maybe
is it the brand? It's just they don't want to pull them out there.
The only candy I know of that's currently banned in Japan, I believe, are Skittles.
No, not banned, but holy crap, they've banned Skittles.
Yeah, like you cannot find Skittles around here at all. In fact, I know
Because they're
parts.
banned or because they suck.
No, I'm pretty sure
like
they're
Skittles. I was
banned.
thinking
Like
they
I saw some article, if I remember correctly, about Skittles are banned in certain countries, and Japan was one of them. Have I ate shark meat? I've not eaten shark meat, no. But I've actually heard from a couple of people that it's actually tasty. So I love octopus, though. Octopus is amazing.
Oh,
Lemon's had it too. I think Lemon liked it.
like what?
Octopus, like cooked octopus.
God, no way. I don't eat seafood. No
Oh,
seafood.
I know you tried because I took you to Kobe beef, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, but I thought you did, but I definitely don't remember having octopus.
I think you did.
Yeah, no, it's not banned in I say Canada, not banned in Japan.
What,
As far
Skittles?
as I can tell, yeah.
Well, all I know is for a fact you can't find Skittles here in Japan at all.
That doesn't mean that they're banned. It just means that they're not common. Which I don't blame. Skittles just make my teeth hurt. I do not like Skittles whatsoever.
I'm not liking all the cars here. This feels like a Talon's Turnpike 4 almost.
Getting some PTSD.
Just a little. Ow. Okay, I did not go up as high as... Oh, God, move a car. PTSD here. No, I hit the corner of that, and it hit the car, and it hit the banana. Nah. I'm driving like shit.
Ricochet.
See ya, PT Perona. I got a lemon in my sight.
I'm not a fan of there being like a minimum speed for... The hell is that? Minimum speed for drifting. So I just get like hit like a car or something, and I'm speeding back up, going in a corner. I should be able to drift a little bit.
What, did I hit that red shell that was gonna hit me? Nice.
Ow. Ow.
I just miss being able to do the back and forth on your controller thing to get drift.
Still do have to, don't you?
No, you don't. It's all automatically. It's been automatic for the last couple games.
I have been doing back... Oh, motherfucker. Are you kidding me?
General, have
Yeah,
I eaten sushi? Of course I've had sushi. Like, I live in Japan, dude.
Gross. Uncooked meat? Oh.
Fish, but, dude, sushi's amazing. Okay? The only thing I don't like on sushi is wasabi.
What? Why?
Yeah, wasabi is, oof.
What? I love horseradish.
Yeah, I'm good. My wife and her entire family love wasabi, but me, I'm just like, no.
Sign
No,
me
thank
up.
you.
Give me all kinds of that stuff.
Ooh. Well, then
It's really funny.
come out next time. You can meet everybody, and they can give all the wasabi to you.
It's also really funny because at least I'm not sure how it is over there with wasabi, but for horseradish over here, there's a lot of different types in terms of how gnarly it is. And you'd think one called like grandma's favorite recipe or something, or grandma's recipe would be a nice, calm, creamy horseradish. No, it is brutal. It is very ass-kickingly brutal. And what's really funny is people don't recognize that. I don't listen to it, even though it says hot on the front. People don't listen to it. I put a bunch on, and man, it's so much fun watching people. Like, oh my god, my nose! It's too hot.
Come out, take those people, bring them out to Japan. I'd love to give them some real wasabi and just be like, boom.
It's even better than that, though. So, I am a connoisseur of hot sauce. I also happen to like horseradish.
I never would have known that out of the 10 plus years I've known you.
So what you do is you get like your hottest hot sauce. We're talking like, at the minimum, like ghost pepper kind of stuff. And then the really hot horseradish, because it's the most interesting burning, because your mouth's on fire, your nose is burning. So like you're just drooling in your nose. It is bizarre feeling because your nose is running and your mouth hurts immensely, and it's just a good time is what it is. Now next I have to go track down some Szechuan peppers. So I guess that makes your has like a weird numbing effect in your mouth.
I thought you were about to say put some hair on your chest.
Szechuan peppers, I guess they're not super duper spicy, but they have this weird like tingly feeling.
Well, I actually got the double item there. Okay. I see a lemon in front of me. Whoever the heck is throwing fireballs at me, knock it off.
Ha!
That blue shell almost hit you. I saw that.
I pretty much, whenever I see a blue shell, I always just get to the side.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I'm just like, nope. To the side. Seriously, the lightning. A little toy car.
That's not the way to go at all, game.
Uh-oh, somebody got a ghost. No, he stole my double item. I hate you, baby Mario. I hate you with a passion. Jesus, items galore right now, folks. God. Okay, I went from 2nd to 9th.
Ooh, you son of a bitch. Really, game? That's not the direction I chose at all.
7th.
Fucking piece of shit.
Ugh. I beat you. That's all that matters.
There's a technical error.
Technical error, yeah. Uh-huh, sure. All right, let's do one more race, and then we'll start doing the discussions.
Okie dokes.
Oh, jeez. Can we get a good map, please, on random? Can we get Excite Bike for the last one? That'd be nice. I'd be okay.
That would be nice. I doubt they'll ever give that to us, but that would be nice.
I mean, we picked random, so there's a slight chance. There's a slight chance.
Very slight.
Come on. Come on. There's five randoms. And there's how many maps in this game that could potentially be Excite Bike?
It's still gonna go back and be
Damn it.
oh. I was gonna be like going back and just do a
Like Super Mario World or something.
no, that fall one we were just on like initially.
Oh,
the
Maple
the
Tree.
maple something or other. Yeah.
Yeah. I could have seen that. I could have seen that happen. I've been like, God damn it.
Just our freaking luck. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. Come on now. Calm down.
Beginning of the race. What do you expect?
Stop hitting me.
I just throw 3 red shells at once, dude. You gotta space those out.
Nah. Just rapid fire that shit.
Woo. All right, sitting in first place. I'm expecting a blue shell very, very soon. And Lemon, don't you dare throw a blue shell at me. That's all I'm saying.
Too late.
Lightning would definitely do it. Well, I believe that is a win. Let's go. First place. I love to see it.
Undeserved. Undeserved.
Favorite games are TF2, Gmod, CSGO, Mortal Kombat, and Battlefield 2042, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5, Sniper Elite 4, and Wabi Life. I'm reading that correctly. So I'm taking you a first-person shooter guy. We can back out, Lemon. Battlefield 4, absolutely 100% respect. 2042, I'm sorry. You should just throw that game away. Play a real Battlefield game, aka 4. 5 is okay. 1 was a good game, just unfortunately had a short lifespan. CSGO, Mortal Kombat, those are all good games. I have no idea what Wabi Life is, but hopefully it's a fun game. But yeah, you should definitely take 2042, burn it in the garbage, and never touch that game again, because that is an insult to the Battlefield series.
Tell me how you really feel.
I'm sorry. I'm just stating a fact. I'm sorry, General. It's nothing against you. It's nothing against me. Just 2042 isn't a terrible, abysmal game when it comes to a Battlefield game. Is it a competent shooter? Yeah, sure. Why not? But as a Battlefield game, it is absolutely terrible, and it can go die in a furnace for all I care. All right, bet just did. Woo, let's go.
And he took it personally. All right, okay. Intermission before we start.
Yep, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, so let's see. 4. Close that off. Okay, so if anyone here is joining us for the first time, we are going to do some actual recordings and discussions and topics and everything. So everyone here who happens to be in the chat, if you want to throw in your opinions when it comes to the general topics we're going to talk about, then by all means go ahead. But we're going to talk about some gaming news and everything, and just some discussions and things that are coming up with certain games releasing very soon. So you guys get a first look into what it's like to make a video, essentially, on the YouTuber side. This would be pretty cool for anyone who likes that kind of stuff. Okay. All right, there, give or take. Projector that onto the old Elgato slide. Considered. Perfect. That. All right, awesome. Oh, I guess I can move that up a little bit. Lemon's coming back, so you guys can kind of you guys get to see what it's like to set things up here. A lot of back and forth between your pages and everything, your OBS, your audio, the whole 9 yards. So, Sonic 4 is coming out December 20th. Sonic 4. I thought the only Sonic game coming out this year was Sonic and Shadow. That Sonic Generation Shadow game. I thought that was the only Sonic game coming out. Unless you're talking about that movie, but that's Sonic 3. So, all right, there we go. Okay, Black Myth Wukong. Got the first one. Oh, actually. Two. Black Wukong gameplay. Here we go. There was some new There was some new gameplay that just came out. New. 2 weeks ago. Ah, here we go. I think this is it. Maybe this should be it. I don't know. Boss gameplay 6 days ago from GameSpot. That's just a random boss, though. I guess we'll go with this one. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Okay. I can go over there. But yeah, definitely want to talk about Black Myth Wukong. Sonic Force. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I don't know a lot of people who like Black Ops 4. I don't know many people who like that game.
Yeah, I'm not one.
23. I've never been into the FIFA games. I've never been into the sports games. For those who like them, by all means, go ahead. But when you've gone from FIFA like 2013 to FIFA 2023, they all look the same to me. I'm sorry. They just do. They just do. So I know people love them. They obviously make a shit ton of money and everything like that, but you know, it is what it is. So, okay. So let me know when you're ready, Lemon.
I'm ready.
Okay, so we're gonna hit this button. Make sure everything is good. Everything seems to be recording. Awesome. Okay. So I'll put that there. Back over here. All right. Cool. All right. So for anyone here who happens to be live with us in the chat, we're going to be going into discussions about Black Myth Wukong first. So I'm going to just talk about it a little bit. I'm going to be asking Lemon about his opinions and everything like that. And then we will, if anyone happens to put a comment in the comment section or in the live chat, then we'll answer it after we let Lemon have his honorable say and everything on that. So yeah.
Honorable.
Honorable. Yeah. We'll see how it goes, right? Okay. So here we go. Honor first.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
It is. All right, here we go. Well, gamers, it is the choked on the air.
Not good. Not good.
A real look into what it's like to do a video, right? Recording and everything. So, all right, here we really go. Take two, folks. Take two. All right. All right, gamers, it is officially the second half of the year with July officially all good to go. And that means we have tons of games coming out in the later half of the summer, going into the fall, and of course the holidays. And one of the most anticipated games, of course, is Black Myth Wukong. This game is highly anticipated. I believe it is the #1 wishlist game currently on Steam right now. I could be wrong in the time of this recording, but last I checked, it was. And oh boy, is it looking to be like a pretty fun game. I mean, you could sum it up as just a generic action game if you wanted to, but just the setting and the graphics and the effects and the bosses that we've seen, they're looking pretty good. I'm definitely excited to try this game out. There have been just a lot of previews. I mean, people have been able to play this game at like Gamescom last year. They got to play it at the Summer's Game Fest this year. Not like just the general public, unfortunately, but there are some demos that are supposed to be available at things like TGS. I believe Gamescom is supposed to have one here later in August. And if it is available at TGS this upcoming end of September, I am 100% going to be playing it and checking it out. But there seems to just be a lot of good, saying about it where people are saying, it's a good game. It looks like it's fun. It plays really well. There hasn't been any real controversial stuff except for a particular IGN article, which we'll get into later. But overall, this is just looking like a really cool action game. Kind of takes you back to the kind of mid 2000s, I would say, almost for some of those games. It just looks like a lot of fun. I love the setting. Setting looks really cool. Plus, we get to play as like a monkey god, essentially. So, I mean, what more can you say about that? But there is one unfortunate thing, I guess I should say, is that it is releasing for all platforms, PS5, PC, and Xbox, aside from the Switch, because obviously the Switch can never handle a game like this. But Xbox has been delayed. And we'll get into why I think that is, because there were some comments from an Xbox head somewhere who said, we can't talk about deals from other companies with the current makers of this game and everything like that. And the more I dug into it a little bit, I was just like, I don't think there's anything to do with that. It's actually is a pretty quite simple why they most likely delayed it. And we'll get into that in a bit. But Lemon, I want to get your personal thoughts. What are your overall thoughts on this? I mean, I'm sure you've seen some of the gameplay and everything like that. I mean, it definitely looks really cool. For those of you who have never seen it before, we'll have some playing as Lemon talks. Obviously, it'll be muted and everything. But just what are your overall thoughts on the game? What are you thinking?
I have high hopes for it. After Stellar Blade, I feel like we're kind of I'm a little more optimistic for brand new IPs that are kind of coming out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Of the gameplay I've seen, it looks really good. I don't want to steal later thunder about the technical bits of it, because I can kind of already see where that's gonna have some issues, but like I said, we can go into that a bit later. I think the game looks good. High hopes. Really hoping it is a solid game, because God knows we need more franchises. Yeah,
we definitely do. And for those of you who potentially don't know, the reason that we've talked about technical stuff or what you potentially might see, so if you want to right now, for anyone who, even if you don't have a gaming PC, you can go onto Steam web pages and everything, because there is just simply a browser and everything. But if you go over into Steam, it will generally tell you the minimum requirements and the recommended requirements to play this game. And based off of those requirements, we can then kind of take a look at how well it could potentially perform on something like a PS5, an Xbox Series X, an Xbox Series S, a Switch, you name it, right? And one of the things that they unfortunately is not looking the greatest right now, as I bring up Steam right here for a quick second. Editors obviously cut this out because this is empty noise right here. But if we go over here and we look at Wukong, so if I type in Black Myth Wukong, Black Myth, there it is right here. So we go down here and we take a look at the recommended and minimum requirements. It is asking for 16 gigabytes of RAM. Now, PC these days, that's not that big of an ask in my personal opinion. Most gamers these days have between 16 to 32 gigabytes of RAM to use on their system. I highly recommend 32 gigabytes, but that's neither here nor there. What is interesting though, when I do look at the graphics before we continue on with the RAM talk real quick, is that the recommended graphics is a 2060 NVIDIA or an AMD 5700 XT. That's not that like huge of a jump of a graphics card in my personal opinion, and yet it's asking for a lot of RAM. So that's Lemon, I'll let you get into the technical stuff a little bit, because he's a programmer for anyone who doesn't know, so he definitely knows a little bit more about this. But when we take it back to the Series S, the Series X, and the PlayStation 5, Series X and PlayStation 5, as we know, have 16 gigabytes of RAM, but realistically it's around 12, maybe 13 gigabytes, because a couple of gigabytes of RAM have to be used for the system itself, the way that the actual menus work and everything within the system. That's normal console stuff right there. The S, on the other hand, only has 10 gigabytes, and which means 2 of those have to be used for, again, the system itself, which means there's only 8 gigabytes of RAM for games, essentially, maybe even 7, depending on the game, essentially. And so you take 16 gigabytes of memory minimum that is asked for on a PC, which overall the rest of the requirements are not that big. I mean, i5 8400, a GTX 1060, like none of that is crazy in the PC realm. And the S is clearly stronger in terms of some of those aspects, in terms of like the 1060. Last I checked, it might be around the same. I could be completely wrong on that. But regardless, 16 gigabytes is definitely the higher part. So when I hear that Black Myth Wukong is delayed on the Xbox for a later date, and a lot of people are saying, no, there's no way it's not the S, because the Xbox didn't come out and say it was because of that, or the developers of this game haven't. It's like, look at the requirements. Just look at the very basic requirements of the game itself, and it literally says 16 gigabytes. And when you have a console that only has 8 usable for games, I'm going to say it right now. It's because of the S. It is because of the S. And another thing that makes me not believe anything about, Sony got an exclusive deal at the last second or anything like that, is because it's releasing on PC. If they got some last minute exclusive deal thing or whatever, why would the game be releasing on PC still at the exact same time? That doesn't make any sense, right? So it has to be the S. There's no other way around it, because again, just the memory, the VRAM right there itself, 8 gigabytes, and it requires 16 at minimum. I could say that. Now, I will say 16 gigabytes could be kind of worrisome based on how programming works, which we'll let Lemon here talk about in a second. But overall, I'm definitely thinking it is the S overall. But Lemon, as you are a technical expert when it comes to programming and everything, let us know your thoughts. What are your all opinions on this?
I wouldn't say expert. I'm just mildly informed.
He's a coder, guys. He's a programmer, so.
Yeah, so you pretty much hit the nail on the head with the 16 gigs of RAM. I will say it is, as you mentioned, weirdly high compared to the rest of the requirements. Generally speaking, when you have huge memory requirements like that versus your GPU and CPU, I mean, something is up. So while you're going over that, I was kind of thinking, what's the engine? And it's Unreal 5, which is already a much beleaguered, for lack of a better phrase, engine. It's just not, it's very much stumbled out of the gate. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if that might be cause of that. Because I mean, so far, Unreal Engine 5 has just been really brutal on everything, consoles, PC, whatever.
Oh, it has been. It's been absolutely brutal everywhere, essentially.
So the memory requirements being that high, maybe it's because of that. It might also just be that there's issues with the game itself. I always remember back, there's a fun story about Donkey Kong 64, right? And I think it was like on a digital gaming. I always thought it was really interesting, just because I can totally see something like this happening. And the issue was they had this really weird memory leak that they could never find, and the only way to solve it was to sell the game with the expansion pack, and so that's why all DK64 games came with the expansion pack. It was required. The rest of the game didn't need it, so they got effectively double the RAM to make headroom for the memory leak that they had. And so I'm wondering maybe that's happening here too with the 16 gigs of RAM, because it's not unusual. I feel like that's kind of the quote unquote base for most PCs at this point, and both PS5 and Series X have 16 gigs of RAM. It's kind of high for a minimum,
right?
I feel like most of the time minimum is closer to 8,
right?
And you might be able to sneak by with closer to 12. I don't really know if Steam would block you from trying to at least start the game, or if the devs would try stopping you. But just says 16 gigs, just very much a red flag in my mind.
Right. Well, I mean, like, so you can't see it obviously right now, but as you continue to talk about this stuff, I'm just simply showing the live audience right now for anyone who's just watching this video later on. But for example, I have the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, right? Regardless of what you think of the game, the minimum memory requirements is 8 gigabytes of RAM, where recommended is 16, right? So it kind of goes back to what you said about most games only having a minimum of 8 compared to having 16. So, and I'm even looking at some newer ones right now, like Spider-Man, which I know was a 2018 game, but was brought over to PC. That minimum is 8 gigabytes of RAM, 16 is recommended. So, but anyway, go ahead and continue your thoughts on maybe between the S and the memory and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, so yeah, the S is, I mean, we've already seen in the past that the forcing developers to put games on the S is already hindering developers, and we saw it with Baldur's Gate 3, and we're just going to keep seeing it. So I think this might just be another case of that. I really do think it's probably that. I don't think there's any sort of developer timed exclusive or anything. As you mentioned, it's coming to PC, though Sony has shown that they really don't care about PC in terms of holding on to it in terms of exclusivity. It would not surprise me in the future that we see a quote unquote console exclusive game being shown on their trailers. Like, this is a console exclusive game, play it first on PlayStation and releases on Steam. I think we're gonna start seeing a lot more from Sony.
Well, yeah, Sony has stated that all their live service stuff is going PC day and date, but their more cinematic first, single player stuff, that is all going to be PlayStation first and then eventually released on PC. Even then, that could change even more, though. That could easily change even more, though.
I'm thinking more in the case of like Final Fantasy VII Part 3 might come to PC day and date with
that's hard. That is hard to say, and I know we're going completely off topic from Black Myth Wukong, but that would more come down to whatever contract they've made, because it's clear that the remake trilogy is under that contract was made long ago, right? And Square themselves have even come in and had said that, they obviously want to be doing all this multi-platform stuff, but Square, even in the past, even if there's not some exclusive, PlayStation thing or whatever, or even on the Switch, because little fun tip, actually, there are way more Square Enix exclusive on the Switch than there are on PlayStation. PlayStation gets the bigger, flashier ones, but I digress. But when it comes to Square and just bringing it over to other platforms, they really prefer to put it somewhere first and then port it, right? Now, obviously, there are some not exclusives to that, but there are some I can't even think of the word I'm thinking of right now. Cut that, editor. There are some exceptions to the rule where some games don't are behind contracts and everything, but regardless, Square's never had a real stellar record of making sure something releases on multiple platforms, which is why when I saw that they're going to be doing this, which I know makes sense financially and everything, I'm just like, okay, you've got to make sure you've got a both a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and a PC version going forward, even though it's not going to sell on Xbox. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. But going back to the remake trilogy or remake part 3, because obviously Rebirth has been out now, it'll be interesting to see if it does go PC day and date. Even with something like Final Fantasy 16, which there is a PC port coming, but they have taken a long time to make that PC port. Which makes me wonder if that had been a day and date thing, that means 16 still would not be out, right? Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen there in terms of all that stuff. But getting back over to the Black Myth Wukong thing, it's interesting. A lot of people don't consider memory, because I've seen a lot of things where just like, so what? This game ran on 8 gigabytes, or this did this, or this, and it's just like, but when a game requires minimum of 16 gigabytes, like that right there should be telling you that if a console can't get it, you know, it's because it has such low memory. I mean, why else do you think there's not as many games going on to the previous gen consoles, right? Why isn't Black Myth Wukong going on to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One? Clearly can't handle it, obviously, and there are a multitude of reasons for that. But I'm looking at a game that the Immortals of Avium, that it was like one of those EA first games or whatever, where they help out the developers who are much smaller team and everything like that. And minimum requirements for that game on PC is 16. It says 16 dual channel gigabytes of RAM. Now, if I do remember correctly, though, Immortals of Avium, regardless of how it didn't do very well, unfortunately, it did release on the S to my knowledge, and that was also
right now.
Right. And that game is also made with the Unreal Engine 5, right? So it begs the question is, was EA stepping in to help maybe with some of this Unreal Engine 5 with some developers? You know, what's the difference in the team size between someone making the Black Myth Wukong currently right now compared to Immortals of Avium? Do the developers of Immortals of Avium have more experience working on console games? Because as we know, I believe it's Game Science is the people who are making Black Myth Wukong right now. I will double check on that right here in a second. Black Myth. It is being made by Game Science and published by Game Science, right? And we know Game Science has a history of doing some mobile games. They had like some top mobile games back in like 2017, and they're taking all that money that they've earned to make and go into the console space, but they clearly have not made a console game beforehand until now. So it wouldn't surprise me if this whole, like, you know, minimum requirements and everything that we see here is a main reason why it's not able to go to something like the S as fast compared to something like Immortals of Avium. But regardless, like we stated before here, and what Lemon has said when it comes to memory and everything, that right there should be telling already when it comes to the game itself, and just why 8 gigabytes is not that much anymore. I mean, it's like going back to like the PlayStation 2 days and all that stuff, where we had those memory cards, and didn't those memory cards at max hit like 200 megabytes, I think, or something like that? It's been a long time. 8
megabytes.
8 megabytes. I was way off on that. Yeah, 8 megabytes on these little dinky memory cards, and now we're in the day and age of 16 to 32 gigabytes. So that should tell you something right there, right? So, you know, it is what it is. But any last minute thoughts on this, Lemon, before we go on to the next stuff?
Just that I'm looking forward to it, though I'm expecting it to be a janky mess when it comes out.
We'll definitely have to see. Yeah, I mean, again, based on the previews that we've been seeing, and I know previews are always very, like, you know, in their own little space and everything, but a lot of people have been saying it's playing really well. And if I get the chance to play it at Tokyo Game Show, 100% will be recording as much as I can, if I'm allowed to at least, and definitely talking about it. And if it's that way and it goes on to the final release, I believe they even said they're going to have a demo before the release, but I could be wrong on that. We'll have to wait and see. But this game does release in August, so me playing at TGS isn't going to make a difference, but we'll have to wait and see here. So, and one little comment that we did get here in the chat before we move on is from Flock. He's a constant returner here. He says, I don't know about this. I don't know about that after the meltdown people had about the PSN account linking. Sony might not push things to PC as readily after that. I mean, it depends on the game. I mean, obviously, we know that their live service stuff is going to go to PC day and date. We know that for a fact. Helldivers 2, which is funny enough going to be our next topic in a few minutes here, did very well. 12 million copies sold. That's nothing to flock at right there. Yes, it was $40 compared to $70, but regardless, 12 million, that's still a very good sale right there. But if you look at the Steam numbers, funny enough, when it comes to this, and I know I'm going into the next topic already here, but we'll give you a little sneak peek, I should say. When it came to the Steam numbers and everything, if we go back and we say 1 year, like that, actually, let's do 6 months because there. So they have this little A here saying the account linking shenanigans that they even mark it right here, right? So this was on May 4th, May 3rd, give or take. You can tell that the numbers were already starting to trend down a little bit for Helldivers 2 here. So the whole account thing didn't really change anything. People still jumped on, played the game. I mean, look at this here, right? 115,000 people playing the game, and then a week later, 88, right? 90, 95, right? So yes, it was going down, but it was already trending downwards way before this account linking stuff even happened. So, and then here it jumps up to 91,000 again, but now it's obviously starting to jump down. Again, we're going to talk about this in a little bit here because there's a bunch of stuff when it comes to this that we've got some thoughts on. But regardless, Sony will be doing their stuff to PC for the while. But anyway, regardless, I'm definitely excited for Black Myth Wukong. I think it's going to be a really fun game. Can't wait to try it out at the end of August. We'll definitely be making some guides on it and everything like that. So it definitely looks looking good. Xbox players, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait. But if you're if you have a PC, just grab it over on PC because like I said, most people on PC have 16 gigabytes of RAM in their systems right now, unless maybe you've got a system that's like 10 plus years old. And I know updating is not exactly the easiest thing because PC parts are always expensive and everything like that. But as I've always said, when it comes to most games, wait for reviews to come out. Do your own research and everything. See if it's something that you like. And if there happens to be a demo, great, try it out. If not, then, see if you like it. If not, wait for a sale or just don't buy it. So that's how this whole industry works and everything. So, but anyway, guys, let us know your thoughts when it comes to Black Myth Wukong, because I don't know about you, but I'm super excited. Should end that.
Done and dusted.
That is one done. Let me just make sure the recording's actually went. Perfect. It did go through. Okay. I'm always worried about that sometimes, but it did go through. Okay. So the next topic we're going to talk about. You don't think Sony execs saw how much backlash people raised over account leaking and second guessed it? I mean, they did for Helldivers simply because the developers were on the side of the players and they were just like, turn this around now, basically. But they require the sign in now for God of War Ragnarok coming up. They have it required for Ghost of Tsushima. And Ghost of Tsushima, as of right now, is, in terms of their single player stuff, is Sony's best selling game on Steam. So really? It shows that it hasn't made that much of a difference so far. I think the thing that would be a big thing is going to be if they make their own launcher. And we all know how people have been with launchers. It ain't gonna turn out the way Sony thinks it is. But we already know that high up executives don't actually care about gaming. They don't know a shit about gaming, and they're just like, oh, business, money, and let's just do this instead to not have to pay that 30% right there or anything like that, right? And then it goes about as well as you think it's going to. So, okay, so Black Myth Wukong we are done with. So Helldivers, and we'll actually have the Steam showed up here as well because I do want to talk about this. Before we get into talking about it though, rocket launcher. Let's go, General. Exactly. Just take a swig of water before we go into the next topic. It's getting hot in here. Well, this crowded little room with a single fan going and two computers going. Not the greatest.
Yeah. I imagine those computers are not helping the matter. That's for sure.
They do in the winter, not in the summer.
Oh, yeah. Great space heaters. Not so much in the summer.
There's a reason we save so much electricity costs in the winter, because I just have to turn my computers on. So, unfortunately, though, when it comes to the summer, not so much.
Yeah.
Especially when it's 100 plus degrees out right now with 90% humidity. That's never fun.
Yep.
Actually, let me get some more water real quick before we even start talking. I just need some more.
Okay, I'll get some more too.
Whew. Fans are going like no tomorrow. Probably pretty high. I could guess that thing. 43, 44 on the gaming PC. That's not terrible, actually, considering how hot it is in here. It could be way worse. What's the old streaming PC sitting at right now? That's actually streaming things and running OBS and all. 58. Okay, that's not terrible. Fresh air in there. That should help out a little bit, but overall, not doing terrible. Okay. All right. Y'all back, Lemon?
Yep.
Makes you feel any better. I've been uploading or unloading semi trucks for some extra cash, and the interiors of those are 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh god.
Oh yep.
Cool, man.
Goes down that Gatorade.
Oh no, thank you.
What? No, Gatorade. That's what it's there for, man. Get
No.
that
The unloading the trucks.
Oh, I think you had an issue with Gatorade. I'm like,
no.
I'm
I'm talking about the truck thing. I'm like,
yeah,
no. You cannot pay me enough for something like that. No, thank you. Not happening. Not happening. Okay. All right, folks. So we're gonna go into the second topic of today. So again, leave your comments in the chat, or if you happen to be seeing this in a video later on, then definitely let us know. No. Okay, quick side note. The best... Here, I want to put this in the recording.
Fight you for Gatorade.
No. Okay. No, see, what's better than Gatorade is called Pocari Sweat, and Lemon knows it. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right. So, editors, static cut to the actual topic, but that's definitely 100% the intro right there. Quick 2-second intro right there. So. All right. Here we go. What is up? Actually, I don't want to start like that. How do I want to start this crap? I should probably actually think about how I want to start this. Okay, got it. Fellow freedom fighters, it has been a tough couple of weeks here on Super Earth right now, as unfortunately we have lost over 90% of our soldiers right now, and I don't know what we're gonna do. But fear not, because it's actually not as bad as we all think it's going to be. So for those of you who haven't been paying attention or haven't played Helldivers 2 in a while, we've been seeing some articles like this right here. After initial success, Helldivers 2 has lost 90% of its players with no signs of recovery. Oh my gosh, the game is dead. Put it on the chopping block. Get at the guillotine. It is going down right now, literally. But honestly, I think people are overreacting when it comes to this right now, because when it comes to a game like Helldivers, and when you look at the development team that's behind it right now, what they come from, what they've even said themselves, which we'll talk about in a little bit, it doesn't surprise me that Helldivers players have actually gone down, which in fairness to itself also is that it's actually still doing pretty decently well. It's doing better than, a good chunk of the live service games out there. Is it beating Call of Duty or anything like that? No, it absolutely is not. But it never was to begin with. So we'll get into some charts and everything later. But for those of you who don't know, when it comes to something like Helldivers, it had a huge spike due to its popularity, its trending, and everything. As we clearly see here, by the time the game was at its kind of biggest peak, it hit 458,000 all-time peak players, which is amazing for a game that a lot of people thought was just going to flop, not do very well, and just continue on essentially. Well, that's not the case. It's actually done pretty well. And even to right now, and you look at this going like, yikes, it's at 34,000 right now, or 23,000 at the time of this recording right here in this moment, with a 24-hour peak of 47,000. That's still a lot of players. Like that still is. It still does pretty well. And this is from a team that came from Helldivers 1, which was a very niche game for a lot of people, and a lot of people, not nearly as many people played that game and everything like that. And the content to roll out for this live service has been slower, which, by the way, the developers themselves have said, do not expect us to be able to pump out content at this like weekly pace or anything. Is going to be slower because we want to bring new planets, new guns and everything, all of that stuff. That is what we want to do, and that takes time, because one thing that they said they were not going to do with the initial success of this game was hire a bunch of new people to then just let them go because of all the layouts that have been happening within the tech industry over the last couple of years, which, by the way, I applaud them right there. Okay, so that is definitely a good thing. Now, obviously, when you see 90% players lost and everything, it does make sense. People eventually move on to other games. They go back to the other games that they were playing beforehand, whatever the case is. It's summer vacation right now in a lot of countries in the world, so people are out on vacations with their family or not playing games as much. So that also right there And also, when you simply look at players right now or peak 24-hour player counts and all that kind of stuff, there are some things to take in consideration. For one thing, if I'm someone who simply jumps into the game once or twice a week compared to someone who plays it every day weekly, how do those numbers right there, how do those averages work out? Those aren't exactly measured in the same realm and everything. So that's just something to keep in mind right there. But overall, I don't think Helldivers is really going to all of a sudden die and everything like that. We know for a fact that the developers are working on new content. They released a new planet a few weeks ago, or maybe about a month ago, give or take. There's a brand new planet and everything like that. And we know that there are other factions that they're going to be bringing into this big fight for Super Earth and everything, because we saw that in the first one, but they've obviously got to get that from a top-down game now into a more 3D game, which is going to take time and resources. And like I said many times before already, they have to take there. It's going to be much slower to get this stuff, released and everything. So that makes sense. So I think if people are, all of a sudden thinking this game is dead, don't. Go play another game, come back, and then eventually, guess what? They're going to release something new. People are going to flock back to it, play it, and it's going to go down and up again. That's essentially how a lot of these live service game works. I know people are going to point to things like Apex and Call of Duty and everything. They're not even trying to be that. They got a team of like 100. And that doesn't necessarily mean that exactly 100 people are working on this game. Some of them are in marketing. Some of them are in communications and everything. So realistically, the amount of people actually working on the game are lower. Is 100 a good sized team? Absolutely, yes. It's bigger than a lot of other teams. But I would put Helldivers more in between the AA space and not into the huge, crazy AAA or I guess technically quadruple A space. I would not even put them in there. I put them more in the AA space. So I think people just need to take a breath, calm down, and realize that Helldivers, while yeah, they've got some low numbers right now, although I will still say 47,000 is nothing to scoff at, I think they'll be fine going forward because people will just simply come back, check out the new content, leave, and the same thing over and over again. And no, I don't think it has to do with the PlayStation stuff, but we'll get into that in a second. Lemon, what are your personal thoughts when it comes to this? Because I know, it's been a while since you and I even tried out Helldivers and everything. I played every now and then, but just what are your overall personal thoughts? I mean, we've talked about online live service games before, how it's just like, it's all a matter of time and how much time people have and everything. So what are your thoughts on all this?
So full disclosure, I have, I think 3 hours in the game. I really bounced off it hard. It's just not my shtick. So you could probably say I'm a Debbie Downer over here, but I don't think anyone, first of all, I think the articles are there just because the media wants to do media stuff. It's their job, so I can't really fault them for it. I think the overall view, in my mind at least, of this should be, this is course correction. The game popped off really hard, far harder than anyone I think expected, including the developers, which, it's a great surprise to have. But I think the real kind of test is if it bounces back, if it spikes during a big quote unquote expansion set, whatever, big content dump they may have. Right. If it, it spikes and that spike kind of, stays there for a little bit as opposed to just an instant, 2 days and it falls off again, I think it's going to be a better test. Whenever they get to that content and it comes out, I think that is going to be the better test for how, alive this live service game is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could definitely see that. And again, like you said, it's almost like course correction, right? It's I mean, you even look at something like Pal World, for example, right? That had huge numbers and huge success right in the initial part, and then it obviously drops off because the people who actually really love that game stick around and continue to play it, but a majority of people most likely tried it out, thought it might have been a little bit fun, and then simply moved on to the next game, right? Which is normal for the most part in this, industry and everything. So the same thing most likely happened with Helldivers too. Or another part of it easily could be that, people unlocked everything and there's not much to really do in the game right now because, it is a very particular type of game where you go in, you kill bugs, you kill Terminators, and you unlock some stuff. But if you've unlocked everything, then maybe doing the stuff over and over again, unless you're with friends, could get boring pretty fast. So you move on to a new game. That makes perfect sense right there. But if new content comes out, let's say a brand new planet comes out, brand new machines, brand new vehicles that you can, unlock and use and everything like that, brand new weapons, all of those stuff, the other unlocks that are in the game, then yeah, I think a lot of people will easily come back and try that out and everything. And if those players, let's say, for example, the player numbers jump back up to, 200,000, right? And then it jumps, and then it obviously goes back down over time and everything, but then jumps right back up to 200,000 when the next thing comes out, whether you call it an expansion or, season or whatever you want to call it. then I think that right there shows that a lot of people enjoy the game. They just simply will get bored eventually of it. They'll go try something else out, and then they come back and play it again. And if those kind of numbers keep coming back, then I easily consider Helldivers 2, still a success. I mean, it obviously has been a success already. There's absolutely no question about it. 12 million copies is nothing to scoff at. People would dream to sell 12 million copies. So I think people just need to kind of calm down and chill out. And like you said, the media are going to do the media things because that's just the way they are, unfortunately. You can't say like, after initial success, Helldivers 2 has lost some players, but don't worry, it'll be coming back soon. No. How do you get people to click on your articles? You got to do stuff like this, right? It's kind of common.
Doom scrolling.
Right.
No. And I think the problem with the media is, and I apologize for interrupting, but I think because I don't want you to go off the next topic yet, because I think this is an interesting point I just thought of. You mentioned Apex. I think you mentioned Fortnite, but I definitely remember Apex. And I think the critical thing that people are, and this is just live service games in general, there are kind of two different, powers you can put them in. PvE games, so like Helldivers, your Destinies, or PvP games, your Fortnites, your Apex. Your PvP games, you can keep playing them over and over and over and over and over again. That's the point. That's so you have these player counts that are flatter for longer. PvE games, they are very much a sine wave. Yep. When the new content comes out, shoots up, and then it falls off. Right. I'm sure Destiny is going to look the same exact way in about, I don't know, a month or so. To start flatlining off.
As a guy who has put, I can't believe I'm saying this, 2,000 hours into Destiny 2 right here, it absolutely does happen. When the big expansions come out that are mostly focused on PvE stuff, the numbers shoot up. I believe Destiny Final Shape got 300,000 plus players to come in and play the game. And now that things are winding down, and I would easily see it in the next couple of months, or even if we look back last year or 2 years beforehand and everything, usually around late summer, early fall time, players' numbers are definitely lower, mostly because either people are trying to play PvP, which they're just trying to bang their head into a cement wall right there because, especially with the lack of maps and everything, but we talked about that beforehand and everything like that. And the only other time numbers might spike up a little bit is when a brand new season comes, and that new season happens to have some cool story stuff, but it's not jumping up to 300,000 plus players. It's jumping up to maybe 100,000 players, and at least at Steam. Obviously, consoles are always going to throw, have their own numbers, but we obviously can't see that kind of stuff, unfortunately, which would be really nice and everything like that. We'll have to wait and see what's going on here. And one comment that we're seeing right here in the chat right here is, at least based on Flock here, is saying that the biggest problem with Helldivers has been that the content they've added doesn't add anything that changes how the game works and plays. New guns and planets are great, but at the end of the day, you're still fighting bugs and bots in the same mission styles. I mean, I could easily make that same comment, though, for Destiny 2, right? You still shoot things, you use abilities. Now, there are new abilities, obviously, and everything like that, but the overall main gameplay loop is going to be the same in any kind of live service game. If you're someone who's expecting the game to go from being a shooter to an MMO to a RPG or something like that, I don't think you know how games are working. Flock, I'm not pointing at you, by the way. I know you obviously know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, for some people who expect these huge major changes every single time something new comes, it's just like, that's not how it works. That's not how game development works. That's not how most games, in fact, I'd say 99% of games really work. You all of a sudden really change it up and everything like that. Call of Duty, you're still shooting things. You're still playing the BR if you're into that stuff. Battlefield was the same way. And yes, I said was, because 2042 is garbage. Helldivers 2 is still going to be launching onto a planet, getting your stems, collecting things, fighting off bugs, and fighting off the Terminators. Do they add new factions? Absolutely 100%. They had it in Helldivers 1, and that's the way it's going to have right there, right? So something like Destiny 2, while yes, they do have varied mechanics and playstyles in the between modes, that's because it is both PvP and PvE, and Helldivers has come out and said, we are not doing PvP, which honestly, I clap for them. You know what? Stick to your guns and stick to your motto that you have. A game made for everyone is a game made for nobody. I absolutely love that. You do not need to make a game that caters to everyone. If it's going to cater to the people who prefer to squad up with people, PvE style against some NPCs, by all means, go for it. You know what? You've had your success. Now add to it. Make it a better game and just continue on. You don't need to become Call of Duty or anything like that. God, please do not do that. I know you're not going to, but regardless, and that's the thing also, is that all games are different in the end, right? If Helldivers 2 is not something that you want to play, or it's not fun to you anymore, move on, play something else. Don't be Destiny 2 PvP players. I'm sorry. It's just a fact. So, now a lot of people are also going to try and point to the whole PlayStation account sign-in link thing that just, killed momentum and everything like that. And I hate to break it to you guys, that's not actually true. That's not the way it is. If we look here at 6 months, or if I can zoom in at 3 months, right? Let's take a look here. So, 3 months right here, right? So this is in April. Hang on. I got to refresh this page real quick. Editors cut that. 3 months right here, okay? So this is where account linking shenanigans happened. Well, I hate to break it to you already, but it was already doing this kind of up and down already. I mean, back here at April 13th is at 253,000 players, right? And then it started to go down, and then it kind of looped back up again to 198, and then it looped down again, and then it looped back up, and then the whole account shenanigan stuff happened, and people thought the thing was going to drop off because of all the negative sales or reviews and everything. Well, guess what? There wasn't much change there, and it just kind of continued the same normal, gradual slope down and everything. Now, I'm not saying that it was right to maybe force something onto this, even though technically we did know about the whole link accountage thing. I know people are going to be on completely ends of the spectrum. So people are going to say, just suck it up and make an account. Others are going to be like, it sucks to have to make the account. Or what about the people who can't make a PSN account, right? So whatever side you want to be on. The way I personally look at it is that if making an account for PSN was doable in every single country right there, and it was as easy as it is for someone who lives in the States or in Japan, then I'd just be like, suck it up. You make an account for 2 seconds and you're done. You've done it for Xbox, you've done it for Ubisoft, you've done it for everybody, right? But I clearly obviously know that there are a lot of countries you can't, because, and a lot of that's not just Sony saying we don't want to put it there. It's more like they have to deal with a lot of the regulations and other stuff over in those countries, and they personally look at it and say, it's not worth it to do it, unfortunately. Right? And so that does mean that some people are going to miss out on some of these particular games and everything like that. I believe that whole listing was like 170 countries, even though when you really think about it, there are some that's just like, I believe even Antarctica was on the list. And I'm like, so one person on Steam in Antarctica, right? So just saying. Like, I know there are a lot of countries where a lot of people would love to play certain games and everything, but 170 is a little off, especially when you're just like, okay, there's one country down here that's like, a population of 1,000 people or something like that. And I know that might sound bad to some people. I'm just the way I look at it and everything. But anyway, regardless, so I don't think the PSN had any real negative attachments to it, because look, at that time when the PlayStation, account stuff was going on, 119,000 people, right? It still stayed around 110, 120, 118. Then it starts to drop down into the 88s and everything as the time goes on, into May and everything like that, which can also be contributed to other games releasing and everything. And then obviously when June hits, we've got games like Destiny with its big 10-year DLC coming out and everything like that. But then it does jump back up to 91, even though it was down in like the 40s for something. That was most likely due to when the new planet was released and everything. And then it slowly just starts to go down again. So whenever the next new expansion thing comes out, yeah, that most likely will probably jump back up. We'll see what happens. And then from there, it just continues to go on. But Lemon, what are your thoughts? Do you really think the PSN was the big reason, even though clearly the numbers are not showing that?
I think it's like every time the internet flips their shit over something. So just like the PSN thing, as we see here, with data, empirically speaking, it does not appear to have been a cause for any concern. Right. We're not seeing the data showing that. I think Elden Ring, with how that whole thing of the game's too hard and people bitching, moaning about that on different places, Steam reviews, on Metacritic, that kind of thing. I don't think it really affected anything either, though the Elden Ring one might be a little bit different since there are genuine issues that were kind of muddled in with the PC version of it, because I guess it is super jank.
Right.
Playing it on PS5 now, it's not smooth, even on the console. Mm-hmm. So, but I'm curious though, how long term with Helldivers, how Sony views it.
Mm-hmm.
Does Sony think that's enough people? Is it make enough money for Sony to want to keep it going?
Keep it going and everything, right? Mm-hmm.
I think that's the bigger question. But I think as a whole, I think it's in a good spot. Like I said earlier, I think it's course correcting. I think it's fine. I'm not concerned about it.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the more you look at it and everything, we'll see what happens when the next planet or whatever releases and everything. That's actually big, big content drops and everything like that. But I mean, I know it's, we've talked about PvE versus PvE and everything like that. And I know obviously Helldivers is a little different from Elden Ring in terms of what type of game it is and everything. But Elden Ring, again, had this huge, amazing success, what it absolutely 100% deserves. 953,000 all-time peak when it released, right? And then it obviously drops off because it's a single-player game. It's PvE, yada, yada. People move on to other stuff, right? And so by the time July 2022 comes around, it's at 52,000 things right there. And I didn't see anyone saying Elden Ring has failed and everything like that. Obviously, I know live service versus single player, yada. I get that, okay? But it is still a PvE focused live service game. And it's just, again, like Lemon has said, course correcting itself. And we'll obviously see those numbers jump back up. Elden Ring jumped up a little bit when it came to January, most likely due to when the DLC announcement came out, saying that this would be their one DLC. Everyone jumped back in to try and remember the controls, obviously, except for Lemon here, obviously. He was a little late to the party on that. And then right as the DLC is about to release, boom, it jumps back up to 781,000. And now it's starting to go back down again because either people have beaten the DLC or, unfortunately, when it comes to the PC side of things, the, optimization is not the greatest. And, FromSoft have not been the greatest when it comes to PC releases and everything. Even their PlayStation and other consoles, some of the jank in there can be a little off-putting sometimes. So, and then obviously there might be a little bit of things when it comes to the whole controversy of, is the game too hard and everything, even though it's just like, suck it up, people. This is how all From Software games have been and everything like that. So, right now it's currently sitting at 214,000 on Steam. Right. So clearly it's doing well in terms of Elden Ring and everything. So I don't think Helldivers is going to be in a terrible spot or anything. It will do pretty well in the end and all that kind of stuff. And and like the chat is even saying right now, gamers are just super ADHD and overplay games and then get bored of them super fast. Right, exactly. So right there, and this is for any game, doesn't matter what game you're playing, just go play something else. That's all you got to do. Just go play something. There's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of games out there to play and everything. Whether you're someone who has the money to buy new games or you play something free to play, whether it's on PC, on console or anything, or on mobile, all that stuff. There's tons of stuff to go out and break out. I say this all the time whenever we stream and talk and everything. Break out of your comfort zone and go try some games, even if they're on sale. The Steam summer sale right now is going on. There are tons of amazing deals right now. You're into shooters? I wouldn't recommend Call of Duty personally, but it's on sale, 35% off. Are you into something like Dragon's Dogma? That's 20% off right now. And those are newer games. You want a really awesome action adventure game? Go check out The Witcher 3. That's $5. Oh, yeah.
Worth it.
Right? And if you don't have a computer, go on to PlayStation and Xbox stores. They generally have sales all the time going on. Go on to Amazon. Try new games out. I know I probably sound like a broken record right now, but regardless, go try some stuff out right here. There's so many games. Get away from your free-to-play stuff, in my personal opinion, but you already know my thoughts on all that and everything. So just please don't play gacha games. Just go play some real games. I'm sorry. I'm biased. I know I'm biased, but for those of you who know me, you know why. So, but anyway, regardless though, I think that Helldivers is going to be completely fine. I think it'll be safe going forward. I know a lot of people are interested to see how Concord does, because that's a $40 game, but we have a video on that you can go check out in the top right corner, or in our other videos. We did a recording about that last week on stream, so make sure you join us for live streams if you want to have some input on some of these comments and videos and everything like that. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with Concord. I doubt it's going to do 12 million sales, but I think it could still do pretty decently well, considering the fact that it has gunplay very similar to Halo and Destiny, and that's the reason most people play those games. So if it does well, I think we could be pretty good. So, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen. Okay, there we go. That should be the second recording done.
Oh yeah, boy.
Worked out pretty well for us, actually. Yeah. Why does North Korea need a PSN? I wonder why.
The new fun wrinkle this week with Elden Ring being too hard is the whole thing about Alana Pierce's video about what was it? Not potential, no. temporary disabilities or something like that.
Oh, I saw something about that. Yeah.
That's a fascinating one because people are flipping their shit. It's like kids are a temporary disability. I'm like, well, you can't pause the game, and if your kid's trying to, eat some Tide Pods or something, you should probably stop them. So now it's like, well, I'm halfway through a really good boss fight right now, but I have to make sure
My kid doesn't die.
the ultimate boss fight doesn't kill my kid. Shit. Come on, let me pause my offline game.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's, I think it was Mudar, some ordinary gamer, was talking a bit about it, and I had it on the background, and just about like there is, different things they could do to make it a little easier, but as a whole, there's not a huge amount of accessibility things you could do with Elden Ring because you can't. So you brought up like Forza where you can slow the game down for like turning and stuff,
right?
Whereas with Elden Ring, could you really do that? You could slow it down for your parry windows and stuff, which I guess would help with accessibility, but would it really? So
not really. I mean,
kind of
I think I saw that they're gonna put a pause menu in there, which I think is just a simple thing, right? You pause the game, you get to step away, do whatever you need to do, you come back, unpause, and you continue the game. Like, I don't see that as a bad thing.
Well, what's super bizarre about it, and I think the most damning thing in my mind about it is they already have a pause menu in the game. Right. It's just not a pause button. It's like everything else in Elden Ring or Soulsborne games in general, esoteric. You go into, I think it was the menu, and then you go like to the help menu, and it stops the game.
Right.
But
your average player doesn't know that that works.
I mean, I'm guilty of technically not knowing. I mean, I know, but like I just go to my sites of grace and just sit there when I have to go, do laundry or something, which is what I did a couple days ago when I was doing laundry. Just sitting there, just Well,
I mean,
when it comes my dryer stop.
But when it comes to like the whole why a single player game doesn't have a pause menu, I know why they did it, right? It's why that was in the initial thing, because they didn't want people to just be able to be pausing. They want people to be able to really focus in on what's going on around them and everything like that. And I get that, right? That's just a game design choice. If they want to do that, it's perfectly fine. But maybe make it so that if you're just simply out in the open world or near a campfire or something like that, some random enemy can't come up and whack you upside the head and kill you and you lose all your stuff, right? So some of the things like that. Like I get it for like a boss fight, or maybe like, before you, because most boss fights, unless you're in the open world, you go through a door essentially, right? So maybe it should tell you like, whether it's on the side of the wall or it even brings up a little pop-up menu and says like, you're about to enter a boss fight, pause will not work here. Are you ready? Type of thing, right? Just do something like that. But then out in the open world, a pause menu works like a normal pause menu, right? It could be something like that. Regardless, it's just, I think the way it is. So, but seriously, like, people go check out the Steam sale, go check out sales, play some other games. Don't play. Don't. There's so many games out there right now. I mean, I've got quite a few I got some wish list right now. Because even though they're all on sale right now, they get those super deep sales sometimes, but they're only available for like 24 hours. So, you wait until to see if you can get it. If not, you simply get it at the sale right before the sale, those Steam summer sale ends. And if you miss it, guess what? They got another one in the winter. So, so I picked up a couple games already, but yeah.
What'd you get?
I finally got to pick up Fighters, because as you know, it wasn't available in Japan on Steam for some stupid reason. And then I picked up Transformers War for Cybertron. I loved this game way back in the day.
Wait, like the PS3 one?
Yeah, remember that game? That was a fun game.
I didn't know it was on Steam.
It was. It's not. I don't think it's available anymore. Or like maybe if you bought it.
Oh, they took it down.
Yeah, they might have taken it down. And then there's one more game I got. Outland. No, Outland I got a long time ago. What was it? Was it Race to the Sun? Maybe it was Race to the Sun. No, I played that a while ago. There's one other game I got. I don't remember. I've got so many games on here. Ridiculous. But I know I know there are tons of people who have way more games than I do on their Steam account. So don't I've got a small one. I got a small one right there. So
yeah, I'm up to 255. Get on my level, boy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, I think with that, I'm going to end the stream. So thank you so much for everyone who joined us today, whether you're hanging out with us playing Mario Kart or you're here for the discussions and everything. Flock, you got the Skyrim itch? Well, go play Skyrim then, even though I'm not a big Bethesda guy. So too much jank for my liking. So, but I would go play The Witcher 3. I'd go play The Witcher 3. That is a fun game, especially when you start adding the mods and everything. It can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, Lemon, thank you so much for joining me as usual when it comes to these discussions. We'll be back again next week, guys, hopefully. But in 2 weeks, we'll not be around, or maybe in 3 weeks. I don't know. Whenever I'm away from my honeymoon, I know we will not be around for that time. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a great week. I know for most people, it's already starting to become Monday, Sunday night, and we'll catch you guys all in the next one.